Hello, how are you? So, another week, another video. This week I'm drawing Celestial Spirit Aquarius from Fairy Tale. So, last week's video was late. Came out on Wednesday. Although to be fair to me, it was technically very, very late Tuesday night, but I appreciate that it's not practically available to anyone until Wednesday. So, what happened was I got up bright and early. Well, technically not bright because the sun wasn't up yet, but early Monday morning, expecting to upload, and I started uploading, and a little percentage counter started counting up from 0 to 0 to 0 to 0 to 1%, and I look at the file size, and it's 30 gigs, which, given that I have very, very mediocre internet, meant that it was going to take a long time to upload. It actually took 2 full days, in fact. I didn't turn off my computer at any point. And you know, it's a weird, weird feeling when you leave your computer on, you leave your house for the day, and you come back home, and the thing that you started uploading early that morning is only 24% done. That felt weird. Now, granted, I didn't start the upload until the 11th hour. I mean, on a Monday morning at 4 a.m. is cutting it pretty close, considering that I want a Monday upload. I mean, uploading took over 48 hours straight. Rendering took an entire day. So moving forward, I'm just going to try to step up my workflow, try to do things a little bit earlier. But a 32 gigabyte file for a 3-minute video is a little bit absurd as far as file sizes go, and I think it has something to do with my render settings. So another thing that could potentially really cut down on render times and upload times and file size is just scouring the internet, looking for different settings so that I can render a file that isn't so absurdly large. And if I can get that down, then it's going to cut down on all of those times, which means I can move faster. Everything's going to be more lightweight, which is definitely a good thing. Because having your computer just down for the count for almost 3 days is not a good thing. On the happier technical side, though, my 64 gig SD card came in the mail. Now this means that I can record for basically as much as I want. I don't need to worry about how big the file size is getting. I can record as much as I want and then just pull it off the card after I'm done. Now, when I recorded this, I did stop recording in the middle of it, but that wasn't because of any file constraint. It's because I stepped away to get a drink of water or a snack or something, but I only have 2 video files to work with this time, which makes it so easy. I mean, just the sheer capacity of this thing is amazing to me. I mean, currently I have the footage for this Aquarius drawing on it and next week's video, and it's sitting comfortably. It's only taking up 10 out of the 64 gigs on it, which means I can potentially record a dozen videos without ever having to clean it out. Now, I'm not going to do that. That's wasteful of space, and it's just an extra glut to carry around. But I like to know that the option's there, and I'm super comfortable with the fact that I can do that if for some reason I wanted to. Now, the app that I'm using to record this, Open Camera, is also wonderful to work with. The level of options and customizability in its UI make it a dream to use. Now, I did run into a problem when I was editing. Now, apparently the type of file that Open Camera creates is not compatible with my video editor, but for me, it's not a big problem to convert from one file type to the other. It was just a minor inconvenience that I had to wait for the extra conversion time. But I thought I'd bring it up for those of you who want to go into video editing and for whom file type conversion is a less than trivial thing. On the art side of things, the drawing went a lot smoother than last time. My pencil lines started falling in the right places, and in general, this drawing went a lot smoother than last week's, which is really unfortunate because I really like Belly as a character. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Aquarius as a character too, but Belly is bae. But you know, sometimes that's the way things go. Sometimes you sit down and you have an off day, and sometimes you sit down and things just kind of go right. And like I said last week, those are just the punches you gotta roll with. Now, part of it might be a luck factor. Inspiration could be another factor. Sometimes you sit down, sometimes your eyes just see more and you're able to do more. Other times you could know what you're trying to do, but no matter how many lines you throw down on the page or what you try to do to fix it, it just doesn't seem to turn out right. But personal experience, it's important to power through even the bad days. But this time around though, drawing Aquarius, this went really smoothly. The lines just kind of fell where they needed to be. I mean, for the most part, faces are always going to be difficult to draw, but in general, it felt like less of a grind this time around, and I'm really happy with the result. Now, I'm not saying this is a magnum opus or, my greatest work or anything, but it's a drawing that felt fun. It felt satisfying. And also satisfying to make were the thumbnails for last week and this week. Now, the thumbnail might seem like a trivial part of the video, but I don't know, I had fun making it. Something about working with bright, vibrant colors and looking through different fonts, it just gets me excited. And even more exciting is going to be next week's thumbnail and video, because as much fun as making the last two thumbnails were, I didn't have a whole lot of variety as far as color palette goes. And this week, I'm going to have, get this, 3 colors. There's going to be a deep, cool red and this golden yellow and kind of an emerald green. I'm going to have fun with this thumbnail. But that's enough clues for next week's video. The only way you're going to find out what character it is by watching it. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.